Hello and welcome to this week. Oh god.
Take over.
That's the fast second, yeah. Okay. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Games Gadgets Galore, the number one radio for all things tech and gaming. As per the norm, we have our regular contributors, Jordan to my right and Matt across from me.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You missed that radio show, by the way.
Huh?
You said the number one radio for all things.
Oh shit! Right. Okay. We'll just start that again.
Yeah, it needs to be started again. Breath. And go.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Games Gadgets Galore, the number one radio show for all things tech and gaming. As per the norm, we have our regular contributors, Jordan to my right and Matt across from me.
Thank you.
Cheers.
So, first order of business is the headlines. As we all know, these past couple of weeks has been fizzing with news for both games and gadgets alike. Steve Jobs passed away recently, the day after the iPhone 4S was announced. It's a terrible loss to the industry and Apple as a company.
Yeah, it's a real shame since he was one of the greatest pioneers in the technology world and one of the greatest minds it has known.
The iPhone 4S launched over the weekend with people queuing outside the O2 shop to get their mitts on one. What do you think, Matt?
It's dreadful, isn't it? Stocks took a hard knock because it's the same phone with the antenna moved and it doesn't even look any different. The new iOS 5 looks a lot more interesting with its new voice activation system called Siri.
I'm going to have to agree with you there, Matt. You're reviewing the new update later, aren't you?
Yes, that's right.
Also, BlackBerry's users have had a nightmare of a time last week with their messaging system and their email system all went down for 3 days, causing havoc to business and 15-year-old girls alike. Jordan, you're a BlackBerry user.
I can see where this is going.
I just want to know what you think.
Listen, BlackBerry's out rubbish. It was an experimental update. They were playing with everything. They were playing...
Breathe. Breathe.
Did I stagger a bit on my bit, by the way? Or
No,
came out a bit sort of voice activation system called Siri.
Nah, you're alright.
Okay.
It can all
I
be
just
done
muddled
in...
up the words.
It can all be edited.
Exactly, just
Right,
cut
ready?
those gaps down.
You ready?
Fine.
Breathe.
Yep.
Listen, BlackBerry's out rubbish. It was an experimental update, and they were playing with... What? How have
It
you
was
worded
an
it?
experimental update they were playing with.
They were,
Right,
it's an
right.
experimental
There should
update
be a
they were-
comma there, yeah. Okay.
Right, that's right. There was an experimental update they were playing with.
Whoa.
Yeah, no,
Start again.
I'm just reading it from the
Okay,
top.
okay.
Everything, can I set it up?
No.
Belly up, there it is. Right.
If Dina wouldn't allow crap, she can be sure as shit not to allow tits.
Shit, and tits. Let's go. Listen, BlackBerry's out rubbish. It was an experimental update they were playing with, and everything went belly up at their end. There's nothing wrong with the devices.
Alright, so the company's at fault.
At least I can make the calls with my left hand.
Well, this is very true. In gaming this week, however, Forza Motorsport 4 released over last weekend. Here's a clip. We will be reviewing that very soon after this, actually. So, if that doesn't make you want to keep listening, then I don't know what will. Battlefield 3 is set to release at the end of the week. Here's the trailer. Another one of the big blockbusters there. There'll be a battle of the threes this year, with Gears 3, Modern Warfare 3, Battlefield 3 and Saints Row 3 all doing battle to claim the crown of King of Games this season.
There is only one game this year that's worth mentioning. Skyrim next month.
Good point. It's set to be the biggest RPG in a long time. As a result, we'll probably no doubt cover it next month too. So, Forza came out last weekend, and it's safe to say I've been glued to it.
For the purposes of this show, I'm sure.
Yeah, the show. Anyway, Forza 4 is the biggest racing game of the year, and it's worthy of such a title. The graphics are immense for a console 6 years into its lifespan. The Xbox is still producing ridiculously good graphics, and the car models are all... Of all the songs you could have fucking chose,
It's written in the stars.
the theme tune to SummerSlam, yeah, good one. Is it SummerSlam? WrestleMania, I think it is.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
Is that what they've got it as now?
Yeah.
That's highly unprofessional, Jordan.
Sorry about
That's
that. I thought it was on silent. I was assuming.
Oh,
it was
you
on
thought
silent.
it was you were to
I
make
bet it wasn't on silent all yesterday either, was it?
Probably not.
No.
to assume makes an ass out of you and me.
It's a good one.
No, it's on vibrate now.
Oh yeah. That's
My auto bill's ready. Wait. I don't want to know what it is. £114. Gutted.
steep.
Steep, isn't it?
How are you gonna pay for that? With his ass.
With my bottom.
You're gonna pay with your bottom.
With my bottom.
See, that's blackberries for you.
That's
Crap.
not blackberries. That's just a two
Crap.
for you.
C-rap.
C-rap.
C-rap. Crap. C-R-A-P. Crap,
Yeah.
crap. Hear that, Dina? Crap.
I've heard they're not rubbish.
You've heard the not.
I've heard it was just an experimental update they were playing with.
Well, no, but I mean.
Look, listen, I've heard. Yeah, it was just an experimental update. So.
And everything,
Everything
everything belly
up.
up at their end, but it's
Yeah,
not wrong with the
bollocks up.
devices. Yeah.
Bollocks up.
Bollocks down.
To go bollocks up would mean to do a handstand.
It's a bollocks off. Like, it's a,
Bollocks off.
it was so terrible, my bollocks flew off. Yeah.
After a terrible case of gingivitis.
Bollocks. After a terrible case of
Watch out for
gingivitis,
it.
my bollocks fell off. Did you say your bollocks got strangled?
Oh man, can you imagine if we were broadcasting this live?
Have you ever seen Kingpin?
It is recording.
Yeah, the Kingpin, the one with.
I know it's recording, yeah.
Right, come on. Where was you when my phone, when you were so rudely interrupted?
Yeah.
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 My bad.
Stupid phone.
Have you seen Kingpin, that film about the guy
Kingpin,
balling?
classic film.
Is it posing as like an Amish guy, and he's like,
Classic.
I'm unable to have children. Nasty. Cheese grating accident as a young man. And I was like, oh my god, what?
Oh my god, it's great. It's knob cheese.
I don't know what they were going for with that, but
Knob cheese.
yeah.
I don't know.
Either way, cheese grated penis. It's
Let's
not
go.
right.
Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Watch this. Where were you?
I'm going to start from the top because I've forgotten.
Start from the top.
From the top. Hello and welcome.
You're on that one. You were down there, weren't you?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Look at him. He's got Cocker Spaniels.
Cocker spaniels. Oh, fuck crying out loud.
Fuck crying out loud.
Fuck crying out loud, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, fuck crying out loud. Right.
See what he did there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the show anyway. Forza Motorsport 4 is the biggest racing game. Oh, fuck.
Fuck your asshole.
Ah! Twat!
Cock.
Yeah, the show. Anyway. Forza Motorsport 4 is the biggest racing game of the year, and it is worthy of such a title. The graphics are immense for a console 6 years into its lifespan. The Xbox is still producing ridiculously good graphics. The car models are all carefully recreated, although they do tend to look a little too glossy. The game totes a roster of over 80 manufacturers with 500 cars to pore over, with more being added every month with DLC. The crazy upgrade system is still there, allowing players the highest level of engine customization they have come to expect with the series. The hyper-realistic tuning setups are there still, allowing players the same level of fine-tuning that top-flight racing teams have. The Top Gear branding is a bit over the top. They are really in your face about it. The Top Gear thing has already been done, don't forget, by the biggest flop of last year, Gran Turismo 5, getting the license first. But they didn't really capitalise on the fact. There is a classic solid gameplay that has become synonymous with the series, with options that can change the game from an arcade racer to a very serious...
Start from that line.
There is
Yeah.
a classic.
There is classic solid gameplay that has become synonymous with the series, with options that can change the game from an arcade racer to a very serious simulator. The AI isn't as aggressive as
Start again.
the AI isn't as aggressive as it has been in past installments too. They still manage to keep races interesting. Online, they have put in some really cool game modes like car soccer and tag as well. There are multi-class events as well as traditional track races. New to the series though is the Rivals mode, which allows you to post lap times on a leaderboard and lets your friends try beat your time.
it's similar to the Need for Speed's autolog in that sense.
Yeah, it is. The game is everything. Has it? Ugh. Yeah, it is. The game has everything a fan of racing simulators could want. Although the weather effects would have been nice, too.
I'd do that whole.
Yeah. Okay.
thing.
You're fucking up a bit now, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's difficult.
It's because I'm reading from a script.
You've got a lot
We didn't
to
have this
read.
problem because we had no script. So it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
alright, don't matter if we.
Yeah. Okay. Don't know what that whole hand gesture was. It's a bad aura. Yeah, it is. The game has everything a racing fan of.
You're just fucking this up.
I'm fucking this up at the moment, yeah. But
God, some of these
downhill.
takes.
it's because I've got such a big. I've never been good at
You've
reading
got
lines.
shitloads of writing. That's a big fucking paragraph you have to read.
Exactly.
Fucking
Most
hell.
actors couldn't read that much out without fucking up about 10 times. Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Psych yourself out.
Fuck off. Psych. Yeah, it is. The game has everything a fan of racing simulators would want, although the weather effects would have been rather nice too. However, it is the best in the series and pummels Gran Turismo into the ground. I'll give it 5 out of 5 stars.
So it's a good game then?
Oh yeah, definitely. So, that concludes the gaming segment of the show. Now, gadgets. Matt, you have your review of the iOS 5, right?
Yes, I'm going to look at the new iOS for the iPhone and the iPad. At first glance, you would see the interface and think it's the same thing, and it is in effect. The release notes say they have some 200 new features. These include Twitter support for pictures, similar to YouTube support for videos. The newsstand, a place where the digital versions of magazines and newspapers are all collated. The new iPad 2 and iPhone 4's devices don't need to connect to a Mac or a PC for them to be ready to use. Another cool feature is the iCloud. When you sync with the iCloud, you can automatically receive updates and backup and What the hell?
It's an iCloud. Let's go.
Another cool feature is the iCloud. When you sync with the iCloud, you can automatically receive updates and backs up all of your files to it. That's the main chunk of the new operating system. There are loads of new little features too. The new iMessage system is a new rival to the popular BlackBerry messaging system. The new iMessage system is a new rival to the popular BlackBerry messaging system, except it will be more reliable. For an update and device with so much hype, you can't...
Can't help but feel.
For an update and device with so much hype, you just can't help but feel a bit unsatisfied. But all in all, I give it 3.5 out of 5 stars.
Well, that's interesting. Is it better than Windows Mobile and Android?
Oh yeah, way better.
Oh, well, there you go then. So unfortunately, it's come to that time again where I must say goodbye to my 2 contributors, Matt and Jordan. Thank you again.
No, thank you.
Thanks.
It is also time... Don't know what that was then.
Everyone does it when you just like... You know, you've got to get some random noises out afterwards.
Yeah,
for your
otherwise...
frustration
yeah,
or something.
yeah. Oh, you stopped recording?
Hey, bro.
What, broke?
He's whacking his.
They're back.
He put a big sign up saying Aiden sucks cock.
Did
which
it?
made
Oh, I
me
didn't.
laugh.
I wasn't.
You was just you was looking so serious. That's why I was laughing.
I was totally like tunnel vision.
Yeah, I was full
Is that done?
going. It is also time to...
Have you are you still recording?
It's got the last,
yeah, it's still recording, yeah.
last bit.
It is also time to say goodbye to you, my wonderful audience. The executive producer of this show has been Dina McGrath. And this has been an
You can't read.
I don't know what's going on. I think I've got dyslexia. Like,
Dyslexia United.
not dyslexia, but like when it decides to switch on. If you know what I mean.
Retardism.
No,
That's not a good
no, like,
It's might be
like
a word for what you've
I'm
got.
sorry, you have retardism. There's no cure.
you have an aggressive form of retardation.
What's that?
Unfortunately, you're fucked.
Your lad is cheering on
Cheating.
Oh.
Shot him down then, didn't we? That okay sign.
Yeah.
Right. It is also time to say goodbye to you, my wonderful audience. The executive producer of this show has been Dina McGrath, and this has been an independent production for Radio 1. See you next time when we have a Christmas release special. Hey! We finished it.